teacher is after doctor, she's a true corona warrior, because nobody is realizing the kind of job we are doing. It's not easy. We can't make this virtual. We are not used to all this, but we are doing it. We are struggling. So very, very important. Goal setting, teach him that. Now, I always say that virtual class is something like gardening and knitting. It's an analogy. Sorry, I wanted to sip. I get very excited. Good teaching is like gardening. So what happens in gardening? The most important part is the soil. Now, if you begin the class only in a, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, nobody will keep quiet. The small children can't sit. Their attention is only 2 minutes. If in those 2 minutes you can catch them, you have won. Otherwise, they are lost and they will go off. And the mummy will come on the screen and you'll probably be teaching mummy, right? And which you don't want to do, because we are not trained to teach parents. We are not trained. I haven't been taught to how to teach a mother or a father, right? So you need to be very, very important that how, when you plan your lesson, what is the initial thing? What will I do? How will I do it? Yeah, you love the Montessori. I also love it. So it's extremely important when so knitting, what is knitting? Knitting is, knitting again, so the soil is the most important. So if you don't put the right soil, plant will not grow. The same with knitting. If you do not get the first row right, what do? You will have to rip all that back and then start again. So extremely important that how do you plan your lesson. So these are some things you don't have to stress too much and get this thing, because I'm going to be dealing with things which are very, very important for the pre-primary, and most important is the planning. Now, some tips to help you. Plan your circle time well. Very important, opening and closing. How will I open the class? 45 minutes, okay, 2 minutes. How can, you have to have a theme. There are a lot of different kind of, circle time is not just, asking children to talk. There has to be an outcome. When we make a plan, there are two important things which are very, very important: the objective and the outcome. What am I trying to teach, and what am I expecting the child would learn by the end of this class? And you can only achieve the outcome if your lesson is well planned. So when you're doing a circle time, let's say you want to teach the value of honesty. So how are you going to do it? Are you going to tell a story? Let each child say, okay, one honest act they did. Whatever way you're doing, I don't know, but you need to do a opening circle time, because very important for the early years kids. I'm talking all from personal experience and from my dealing with kids. I'm honestly telling you, I no idea what others are doing, but this is my feelings, because I work on what I feel is good and true. I want the children to feel the same way, that they don't miss you. They are feeling that what ma'am was doing in the class, oh my God, she's doing the same thing virtually now. They'll be so excited. You have to let them feel, because these are not bigger kids where they want something different. No, they want the younger kids. For them, stability, everything same is very important. They want the same environment. So this ma'am used to do circle time in the class. Now she's doing, oh wow, on the screen, I cannot miss it. So you've already created the excitement for a child. So your plan is very, very important, extremely important. The second very important thing is involve parents. And this, throughout my session, I will be stressing at least 100 times. You'll have to forgive me for it, because in the pre-primary, you cannot do anything, especially now, if the parents are not involved. We're not telling parents to teach. We're not telling parents to do things, but they have to support the child at home. If you cannot do anything. So it's a very good idea that you send a little, when you make a plan, you send a weekly, I call it netiquettes, which will again come later. Yeah, I will share you the tips. I will go back to the slide. So you send them a little mailer, dear Mr. Dear so-and-so, this is what I will be teaching in the next 15 days. And this is the 2 classes I'll be taking. I would request you to help me in this. Also, please do not, you can help your child set up the, the laptop, but try not to be there when the class is going on, because the children get confused. They don't know. Little children get confused. Is she my teacher or my mommy is my teacher? I don't know. I'm confused. So what will happen when we are confused? We don't learn. So parents need to, you have to create that trust, that you trust me. I'm going to teach your child. He's not going to miss out anything. And these are very tiny. At the moment, my focus is on life skills. You know, academics will happen, but I cannot do too much because they're very young. They cannot sit on the screen for long. You know, they are restless. They cannot, you cannot get them excited. But remember, sometimes you might feel frustrated. You might say, oh my God, I'm not able to achieve my outcome. But, you know, it happens with all of us. As a teacher, I have experienced it. And there's a very beautiful story I want to tell you, which will help you understand that what a kind of difference you make. So what is important is there are 2 hospital beds, right, in a hospital. And one guy's bed is near the window, right? And he is, the other guy whose bed is away from the window, his legs are broken, so he cannot get up. So this guy whose bed is near the window, he tells him every day, oh wow, outside it's beautiful flowers, beautiful things. I can see this, I can see that. He will keep talking. And this guy will imagine and feel very happy. And he started getting cured, because with positivity, illness goes away, right? We all know it. Now, one day when he gets up, the guy with broken legs, he looks to the bed near the window and he sees the bed is empty. So he asks the nurse, where is that guy gone? So the nurse says, I'm so sorry, but he died. So he says, okay, can you shift my bed near the window? Because I want to see the beautiful things. Now, when his bed is shifted near the window, he looks out, there is a blank wall. So as a teacher, what is your role? You have to create those sparks in a child's eye. You have to create those dreams, which even though we may not have achieved in pre-primary, is a very important stage to do that. I mean, I've seen what happens in the pre-primary is we try and help them so much so that they're never able to stand up on their own. Everything we'll do, no, you'll fall. No, you don't go there. No, nothing will happen. What do you want your students to be? That when your student is in 30s or his 40s, he says, wow, she is the teacher who made the difference. Yes, I will show you how to do the assessments also. So we just go back to the screen, plan your circle time well, involve parents, very, very important. Teach kids, use anchor charts. You can show it. You can create a little PPT and show them. I've made something like, what are good friends? And I've created an owl here. And what do they do? Play together, be kind. To give them, you have to give them some nice images. They cannot read. They are very tiny. So the same thing happens in your 2 classes, whatever you're taking, whatever you're teaching, you have to create, artistically creative things so that the children